Thank you, Vince. The United States Supreme Court is about to make a ruling that will determine if the Affordable Health Care Act, championed by President Obama, is constitutional.
Some call it a ruling that will fundamentally change lives, determining if millions of people will be required to have health insurance. Fox 6's Myra Sanchik tells you who's watching to see what happens and why.
Tamar Diedrich has gone to the Marquette Neighborhood Health Center the past 20 years. Like many, she's concerned about rising insurance costs and her ability to afford health care for her family. Some disagree what would happen to a consumer like Diedrich if the Supreme Court strikes down all or part of the new health care law.
It's kind of getting high. I just got a bill the other day that went up $20.
A controversial provision of the Affordable Health Care Act passed in 2010 is under challenge in the U.S. Supreme Court. That provision requiring everyone to have health insurance under a public and private partnership between the government and insurance companies. This community health center says without insurance, many get treated in emergency rooms.
We're very concerned if the Affordable Care Act were to be overturned, because when patients, especially those with chronic health conditions, do not receive care ongoing and they let things go, they will eventually re-enter the healthcare field with, a lot sicker than they were when they left.
At UWM, Professor Timothy Patrick wonders whether striking down the Affordable Health Care Act, or part of it, would stifle a provision that gives the green light to electronic sharing of patient health care information between doctors and the patient.
It can transform how the health care is done. As I said, bringing the patient in as a more active member of the care process.
If the law is struck down, experts say Republicans would applaud, killing a costly federal program before it takes root. And some Republicans are preparing for the possibility the act will be struck down by preparing to pass the more popular pieces of the health law. Democrats are making plans as well for that possibility by preparing for plans that would still allow many uninsured to get health insurance. Brad?
All right, Myra. Well, it was a successful race weekend for the IndyCar gang at the Milwaukee Mile, that's for sure.
Yeah, and open wheel fans may not have to